can breathe a little deeper in through your heart, a little slower, a little smoother in through your heart. Coming deeper into this moment. Completely releasing thought. Dropping all thinking, all needing to know, needing to have it figured out, needing to have a plan, letting all that go. See ya, hi, you look great, look amazing. What is your future self breathe like? What does your future self breathe like? Start breathing like that. How does your future self breathe? You can bring movement into the body, opening the chest, opening the heart. See if you can find the frequency of expansion. Expansion. Take up more space. Take up even more space. So breathe in more air. Consume more air. Breathe it in. Expansion. Feel it. In through your heart. Feel it. Breath into your heart. Feel the field that we're building. We're actually building a field right now. We're building a field as a community. See if you can sense it. The field that's being built. Possibility. Expansion. Freedom. See if you can sense that field that's being broadcast. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for stepping into the frequency of possibility, expansion, adventure, love. We're just one frequency shift away from tuning in to your greatest heart's desires. It's just a shift in who am I being in this moment. And the greatest power that I can have is to have sovereignty over who I'm being. That's the greatest power I can have, to control my energy. Your energy is the highest currency. It's what everybody is paying for. It's what the news is looking for. The news, the media, all the ads that we see. Everybody is doing what they can to get your energy. Your energy, your attention is the greatest currency. And everything follows that. So money follows energy. Health follows energy. Relationships, energy. Passion work, that's energy. So it all follows energy. It's the greatest currency that you have, your energy. And what we decide to do with it is what's creating not only my reality, but it's actually shaping the world. It's called the butterfly effect. So how I'm being is affecting the entire, not just the world, but the entire universe. According to Greg Braden, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza, according to Bruce Lipton, all the quantum physicists, the scientists that research this, it's all it's called a holographic universe. So how I'm being is affecting every part of the world, every part of the universe. And there's a great book, it's called The Butterfly Effect, and it shares how the wings from a butterfly start tsunamis, start these big, massive tidal waves around the world. The flapping of the wings from a butterfly. That's how powerful energy is. It's everything. It's everything. And that's why we see so many grabs for your energy. Social media, Instagram, the news, the media. So the ability to shift, to step into a frequency. Who am I being in this moment? Is your superpower. It's why you're here. You're here to be able to manipulate energy, to manipulate this reality with your energy. So I'm super excited about today's masterclass. This is the first one that I've ever done like this. So I'm very excited about it. I've never taught something like this. So I'm really excited to see what comes through. And when I say to see what comes through, a lot of my teaching is allowing. It's allowing a higher power to move through me and speak through me. And we all do this. We all have this. We all do this. It's a knowing, and it's something that we're allowing. So I'm allowing a higher power, the universe, whatever word you want to use, a higher energy, a higher frequency, a higher power, the universe, to lead, to flow through me. Because the minute I start thinking, what are people, how's my hair? Do people think I'm weird? Am I saying the right things? Am I saying enough? What if I don't say something right? What if I make a mistake? What if the minute I step into that is the minute I disconnect from a higher stream, power, the universe, whatever you want to call it, your intuition. And today we're going to go over how to tap into this, how to speak from your authentic self, because your authentic self is confident, is whole, is loving. Your authentic self is perfect as you are in all your imperfection. Your authentic self knows what to do, knows what to say, knows where to go, knows who to call, knows what to post on social media, knows what to make, how to go live, what to say on lives. It knows. And we're going to go into how to tap into that. You're going to walk away with being able to tap into that. I'm also going to share my story and how I started. And we're also going to do something really fun today. We're going to do a draw. So if you shared the Facebook group, if you invited friends, I put your name in a basket and we're going to draw your name for some prizes today. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So what we'll do is we'll open it up for some shares. Share what you're looking to get out of this masterclass. If you feel like there is something that you want to work on that's in particular, share that. And then we're going to dive right in. So feel free to unmute yourself and share. Caroline, yes.
Hi, beautiful souls. For me, it's about how to put all these jigsaw pieces of puzzle together that I have learnt, that I have gained through wisdom and experience, and how to piece that all together and putting it out there as such. So I was just discussing earlier that there's billions of people on this planet, all in need of a compass, I suppose, rather than say help. But just to be able to do that for myself, I get a little bit tangled up in the whole process and stop myself from starting, because it's like looking at a big bowl of spaghetti bolognese and thinking, oh, where do I start with this? Or a messy drawer. It's just kind of unraveling that. And I feel being here with you, Andrea, and all the other beautiful souls that that will come to light. And funny enough, I got in contact, or is it Terry? I've forgotten her surname now. And she's reached out, and I'm going to be having a conversation with her next week. She's done some work with you, Andrea, and it's just all coming together, and it's just beautiful. But I just need that direction, and yeah, just plant the seed and see what happens. There's many other things, but for me at the moment, that's just kind of manifesting that for myself. Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you, Caroline, for sharing with us. Trish, yes.
Yes, I just wanted to share it. Since I've been on this journey over a year now, I've had a lot of downloads, a lot of exciting things happen. I could say excited because I'm always excited to be here and to be part of this group and to just flow along with it, and life does flow with it, and it's just been great. And I've just wished all these new people that have come along to go on this journey that it will be the journey of your life. You just invest in yourself and show up every day and listen and learn, and it's all truth and it's all honest. It's come from a higher power, and I call that Joe Dispenza. But Andrea has the knack to show us all how to use this power and to get a better life, better health, just manifest for ourselves. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Thank you, Trish, for sharing with us. Terry.
Yes, I'm with Caroline. It's like there are different things that need to be done, business and getting things out there and keeping them moving. And that's where I'm at. I've got stuff started when it's kind of like, okay, let's, what is the next step? How do I get it to move, a little bit more? And yeah, and taking care of all those other things, just like she said, looks like a big bolognese. Where do you start? Well, I've started, but it's what goes in next and to keep it going and getting growing. That's my thing right now.
Thank you, Terry, for sharing with us. So type in the chat, what did you feel when we first opened the meeting and we were doing that practice? So what emotions came to you? So type it in the chat. So when you first jumped on, we were doing a practice, what emotions, what energy flooded your body? What frequency, energy were you able to shift into? Type it in the chat. And while we're typing that in the chat, I'm going to share my story. So for me, it started, I always knew since a very young age, and if you're on this workshop, you're probably the same. I knew I was from a very young age that there was something different about me. And if you're here, I'm 90% sure that you have this same feeling. There's something different. And I never knew what that was, what that meant, what was different. I just knew deep, 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 deep down inside that there was something different about me. I never really fit in. I never really was able to mold. I was never really moldable. I never really I was never like the cool kid or the popular kid or the confident kid. That was never me. So growing up, I was alone a lot. I was alone a lot. I stuck to myself a lot. And I had a really strong imagination growing up. And as I got older, I actually was very much into health and fitness. So much so that I started gyms. So my uncle owned Gold's Gyms. And if you're not familiar with that, it's a big gym company. It's not so much popular nowadays, but it was really popular about 20 years ago, 15 years ago. And my uncle owned these Gold's Gyms, and I was very into sports, health, fitness. So I had an opportunity to go work with him, and I started my own gyms after a few years of working as a personal trainer with my uncle. So I started up two gyms. They were boot camps. Fit Body Boot Camp. Might sound familiar to you. Might have heard of it. Fit Body Boot Camp. And what happened was there was always a part of me, even though I had my gyms, I was very successful. I was 23 years old, these gyms, doing extremely well, making great money, thriving. But there was always a part of me that never felt satisfied. It felt like a little hole, like an emptiness inside. And as I continued on with life, it grew. This little emptiness, this little void grew, and it got bigger. And I started to really go down this slope of emptiness, depression, unfulfilled. I felt like everything was surface. I didn't feel like there was any depth to what I was doing. There was no real depth, real connection. It was, to me, very surface. And I started seeking a deeper connection, a deeper intimacy. I was seeking intimacy, connection, and to really make a difference. I really wanted to feel like I didn't just come here to help people lose 5 pounds or 10 pounds or whatever it was and get into skinny jeans. You know, that's great. That's great. I love that. But that was so surface to me. It was so shallow. It had no depth to it. And what happened was I ended up just completely imploding on myself. And I got out of the gyms. I became obese. I had all these health problems arise. I had scoliosis. I had asthma. My cholesterol was through the roof because I was obese, according to the doctors. And I was in a toxic relationship. I was in a job that was just to get me by. That was safety, security. I knew it would just keep me safe. I knew it would just keep me secure. And I just completely imploded on myself. And you can go look at my before and after photos. You can go look at all that. I have all that on my Facebook wall. I isolated for a little over 2 years. I was completely off social media, completely off all platforms. I was very embarrassed, very ashamed, all my friends, all my personal trainer friends, all my gym friends, all my old clients that I was helping lose weight. So it was very challenging time for me, to the point where I just completely gave up. What's the point of all this? What's the meaning of this? I was seeking a deep meaning that I was unable to find. And there's nothing worse than getting everything you want. So getting the money, getting the business, getting everything you think you want, the car, the house, and feeling empty. That is, I wish everybody can experience that, because when you experience that, you realize, you have an awakening that it's not about an object. It's not about paper, money. It's not about the thing, the clothes. It's not about any of that. It's really about connection, meaning, purpose, authenticity, serving, being of service. That's what it's really about. So I went through my whole episode, started doing the meditations, started doing the breath work, and I really made this into a system. I started doing high vibe foods. I started grounding, earthing. I started sun gazing. I started working with crystals. And I really made this a true lifestyle change. I completely shifted who I was energetically. Complete lifestyle change. And I became more energy, less matter. And I had this instant, I guess you could call it a spontaneous healing, an instant healing, where I lost all the weight, lost the 40 pounds, my spine straight, my scoliosis completely corrected itself. So I was in physical therapy. I stopped physical therapy. I had no reason to go to physical therapy. My spine is so straight, so strong right now that I question, I wonder, did I really have scoliosis? Where's my scoliosis? Where did that go? Where's my asthma? My high cholesterol went way down. It's below average. I was severely codependent, so codependent that I hadn't been single since I was 15. So I would go from one relationship to the next, to the next, to the next, each one being a little bit more toxic than the last one. So I went celibate for 9 months, completely celibate. That means no masturbation, no sex of any kind, completely celibate for 9 months. And I had this, like, I guess you could say awakening, spontaneous healing, whatever you want to call it, touched by a higher energy. And I started having my friends, my people on Facebook, because I started sharing on Facebook. Hey guys, you're not going to believe it. I've lost 20 pounds. I've lost 30 pounds. I've lost 40 pounds. My scoliosis is gone. I've been able to stay out of a relationship and be alone and single for 6 months. I was posting these things on Facebook to just inspire people, motivate people, share with people, get people excited with no intention. I didn't have any intention of helping people. I didn't have any intention of starting a business. I had no intention of anything. I was just so excited. I was so fired up. I felt like I had been hit with lightning. My whole body was just vibrating with energy that I had to share it. I had to post it. I had to get it out. And I had people messaging me, how did you do that? What meditations are you doing? What are you doing? Can you help me do that? Can you sit with me and show me how you're doing it? Can you sit with me and show me what kind of breath work you're doing? What exactly are you doing in your meditation? All these questions. So I end up going to the Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat after I had my healing. And I met Susie, my business coach, at the Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat. And I told her my story. We sat together at lunch and she goes, why aren't you a coach? Why aren't you helping people? You need to make this your living. You need to do this as a business. And I said, yeah, people have been asking me. I've been working with people. I've been coaching people, not for money or anything like that, but I've already started coaching people. I've already started working with people, and I already have people getting results. So after the retreat, I end up hiring her as my mentor, my coach, my business coach. And within 24 hours of hiring her, when I get home from the retreat, I make a post on Facebook saying I'm fired up. All these things have happened to me. Lost the 40 pounds. My back is completely straight. Asthma's gone. Codependency healed. Been celibate for 9 months. Moved. Living right next to the beach. Left Orlando. A whole list of things. And I had 400 people wanting to do the meditations with me. So I went from despair, hopelessness, the worst health situation, isolating, not wanting to see anybody, not wanting to talk to anybody for 2 years, to having 400 people wanting to do the work with me. And I went from 0 clients. Well, I had some clients, but they weren't paying me or anything like that. They were just friends on Facebook that I was helping. So I went from that to completely booked out, over 20 clients in a few days. So I went from 0 to 400 in 24 hours. And then I went to booked out in a few days with clients. And they were coming to me for all different kinds of things. Some wanted to heal. Some wanted to heal codependency. Some wanted finances. All different kinds of reasons. Every reason you can think of. So my question to you is, with the emotions that you wrote down, so we have excitement. So Trish says excitement. The emotions that you were feeling at the beginning of this masterclass. So heart singing, peace, anticipation, joy. What are some things that you can do now in this moment to not only step into joy, excitement, peace, all these emotions that are in the chat, having your heart sing. What are some things that you can do now in this moment, and type them in the chat, to hold you in that frequency more than 50% of your waking day? So what are some inspired actions, some activities that you can do today? So not tomorrow, today. So maybe it's painting, maybe it's coloring, maybe it's walking in nature, maybe it's dancing, maybe it's singing, maybe it's watching the sunset, sunrise. So type it in the chat. The key here to discovering your purpose, because for a long time I thought my purpose was the gyms. I thought, yeah, the gyms, that's my purpose. I'm going to open up all these gyms. I'm going to help everybody get sexy. Everybody's going to fit in their skinny jeans. And I'm going to feel good about that. That's my purpose. But that was not my purpose. That left me feeling purposeless. That left me feeling empty. That left me feeling superficial. Left me feeling like there was no depth there. There wasn't a depth, a connection there. So what I thought was my purpose left me feeling purposeless, which left me imploding on myself. I imploded on myself because the money didn't make me happy. The Lexus that I was driving didn't make me happy. The apartment that I had on the 25th floor was not making me happy. The $30,000 a month that I was making with my gyms did not make me happy. I felt more empty because money amplifies who we're being. Money amplifies who I'm being. So the more money I make in a purposeless job, in a purposeless career, the more empty. If I already feel empty, if I already feel like I'm not doing something of purpose, then that's going to amplify that feeling. And we see it all the time. How many times have you seen a CEO, somebody who climbed the corporate ladder? They've got it all. They want to be an actor. They quit. They want to be an actor. They want to be a singer. They want to be an artist. They drop all of it. And we see this, you can see it all the time. And you probably know somebody that climbed the corporate ladder, built up this big thing, did what everybody told them they should do. They have it all. They have the house. They have the family. They have the money. They have everything on the outside. But deep, deep, deep down inside, they feel empty. So money will only flow when we're in alignment with our purpose, because money is going to amplify who I'm being. So if I feel full inside and I don't have guilt or shame or emptiness, or then of course I'm going to want to show up So what's one thing that you can do today to get you into how you want to feel? Because we start with who we're being. So in order for me to discover my purpose, well, first I have to become who I want to be, that I think my purpose is going to give me. So what do you think your purpose is going to give you? So if I think my purpose is going to give me more love, more gratitude, more abundance, feeling of abundance, a feeling of freedom, a feeling of peace, well, I've got to become that feeling now. I've got to become that feeling in this moment. I cannot wait to do my purpose to get that feeling. I've got to get that feeling now in this moment. And then my purpose will be shown to me. Your purpose is going to be shown to you. And maybe you already know what your purpose is. Maybe it's already been shown to you. Maybe it's already been shown. If that's the case, then how can we get stronger in the vibration that you're looking for your purpose to gift you? So if it's freedom, if it's joy, if it's gratitude, love, connection, my gosh, connection. That's the one thing that I craved. Connection. I had to build connection with myself. I had to, for the first time in my entire life, I had to connect to myself. When I had been caretaking, when I had been taking care of, my whole life was built on taking care of somebody. So my entire life was built on caretaking, taking care of somebody, making sure somebody's comfortable, making sure that they're happy, making sure that I can provide for them. What about me? Where's the connection with me? I had zero connection with me. So I had to cut all that out. I went celibate for 9 months. And I'm not saying that you have to do that. But I had to do it because I had to connect with me in a deep, intimate way. I had to build intimacy, connection, depth, freedom, love with myself. And then my purpose was shown to me. It came to me. I attracted it. I didn't go to it. It came to me. It revealed itself to me. Oh, okay. This is it. I see you. I'm witnessing you. Because when we become a frequency match, it appears. It appears. So when I become a frequency match, it appears. It's not the other way around. It will never happen the other way around. You'll think you're doing your purpose. It's thinking. Anytime you're thinking, you've got to drop the thinking, because thinking, anytime the brain, the analytical mind leads, it will lead right into anxiety, right into despair, hopelessness. It's analytical, so it's planning, It's problem solving. It's heavy. It's overwhelm. I don't know what to do. What do I focus on? What do I post? What do I say? Who's my target audience? All these questions, and it's infinite. So it will just be one question after another question, after another question, after another. It's infinite. So you've got to drop in. You've got to drop into you, into your heart, and lead with your heart. So what does that mean? That means I've got to give in to my heart's desires in this moment. I have to give in. I've got to let go and drop into my heart's desires in this moment. So what is my heart desiring? My heart is desiring connection. My heart is not desiring peace. My heart is desiring excitement. My heart is desiring joy. Whatever came up in the beginning of this workshop. It's whatever emotions came up, peace, joy, love. That was you connecting with your heart, stepping out of the analytical mind and into the heart. So stepping out of thinking. There's no thinking. Now, if you need to think, you call upon it. So you use the brain as a tool, not the other way around. So the brain is always a tool to you, your heart. It's never the other way around. So what are some activities, type them in the chat, that you can do today to connect to that frequency? So Terry says, walk in nature, singing. Caroline says, I pray. I'm doing the work. Yeah, praying. Yes, posting on Facebook my story, Caroline. Meditation, grounding. Nancy says meditation, grounding. Meredith says dance on my on my rebounder. I love it, Meredith. I love that. I love that. Rebounder is like a trampoline. So Meredith's gonna dance on her trampoline. Yep, walking and being in nature. You now the analytical mind is going to come in and say, what does dancing on your rebounder have to do with your purpose work? So your analytical mind is going to come in and say, what does singing have to do with your purpose work? What does yoga, what does walking in nature, what does any of this have to do with your purpose work? You need to sit down and create a plan. You need to sit down and figure this thing out. You need to sit down and figure out a strategy. And that's how you know that you've got to drop back in. Because anytime the analytical mind comes in, which it'll come in over and over and over. It'll come in all day, every day. And this is why we do meditation. You do meditation so that you can bring your attention back. So the analytical mind comes in. You don't have time to get on your rebounder and jump and play music and dance and have fun. You got to figure out how you're going to get people into your whatever it is. You've got to figure out how you're going to start that business. You've got to, it's infinite. It's infinite. You cannot pay it your attention. Your attention is the highest currency. Your attention is the highest currency. It's everything. It's your energy. Your energy is everything. It's what everybody wants, including you, your ego. Your ego wants your attention. Your analytical mind wants your attention. And this is why we do meditation, so that it comes in 100 times a day. You're going to bring it back 100 times a day. You're constantly bringing it back. So you're recentering, going back into your heart. You're making your life the meditation. Your life is the meditation. So here's my challenge to you. Can you allow yourself to go play in nature, to go laugh, to go, go do a meditation, dance, sing, yoga, breath work? Can you allow yourself to go do that? And do it. And this is everything that we were taught. This is all opposite of what we were taught. So I'm going to tell you to go do it more. I'm going to say, go do what you love more. Go grounding more. Go laugh more. Go play basketball more. Go play soccer more. Go to the sea. Go jump on your rebounder. Go sing. You've got to get in that frequency and that energy. And you must be able to hold that energy, hold that frequency with eyes open throughout your waking day, more than 50% of the day. It's got to be over 50%. Because once it's over 50%, once you hit the tipping point, that's when your entire life will change. Your purpose work will show up. Your purpose work will come to you. You'll know exactly what you're meant to do. You won't question it. You won't doubt it. You'll know in every cell of your body. And a belief is like being pregnant. You either are or you're not. So you either know in every cell of your body what your purpose is, or you don't. And there's no right or wrong here. It doesn't, you don't have to know what your purpose is. You don't have to, there's no right or wrong. It's, what do I want to create? What do I want to create? What do I want to experience? There is no right or wrong experience. It's, what do I want to experience? What do I want to create? Having the gyms was phenomenal. I wanted more. I wanted depth. I wanted connection. I wanted community. I wanted to know that I truly touched somebody and moved them And it started with truly touching, moving, shifting myself. How did I do that? By doing these exercises. So we're going to do a fun exercise. I'm going to hold you accountable. We're going to have fun. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to go into the Manifesting Miracles group and post. What are you going to do today to get in the frequency? And then once you're in the frequency, if that's love, peace, connection, joy, whatever it is, how are you going to hold it? How are you going to hold that frequency, that energy with eyes open over 50% of the time throughout your waking day? And I'm going to hold you accountable to this. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. So we'll meet back at 5:06. Head over to the Manifesting Miracles group. We're going to do an accountability challenge and post in there what's one thing you're doing. And we're all going to hold each other accountable. And how am I going to hold it? How am I going to hold that frequency? So not get out of it. And if I do get out of it, that's okay. I'm going to excuse myself and get back into it. So I'm going to excuse myself and do some breath work, some meditation. Maybe I go back out in nature. So what are you going to do? So we're going to do a 5-minute break. I'll call you back. We'll start back here. We'll do 5:07. So I'll see you in 5 minutes. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So we've got listening to music, remember gratitude, dance, sing. Meditate, ground, mirror work. Thank you, Nancy, for sharing that. Jennifer says, wake up, meditation, followed by dance. So do it today. Do it today. I'm holding you accountable. Notice what comes in. So notice any guilt that comes in. Notice any shame. Now, you should be doing this. You need to be doing that. You need to notice any shoulds, any have tos, need tos. Pay attention to the chatter. And what will happen is you'll start to observe a pattern. So you'll start to unveil what's called subconscious automatic programs. You'll start to unveil subconscious automatic programs of unworthiness. So unworthy of pleasure, unworthy of love, unworthy of joy, connection. So pay attention and observe these thoughts without going into a story, a mind stream, without going into, without getting caught up in some kind of thinking pattern, some kind of thinking loop. Just observe what comes up. Observe what comes up. All right, so we're going to do a draw. So I have the names in a little basket. It's not that little, says Elisa. So if you shared some of the posts that I was writing, if you invited people to the group, if you invited people to this workshop, your name is in the basket. And we're going to pull names out. Elisa wants to do the draw. Okay, you can do the draw. So Elisa's going to do the draw. And we're going to mail you a special high frequency gift. So I'm going to need your address. So if you've been drawn, if your name is drawn, message me your address. And I'm going to mail you a special high frequency gift. All right. Yep. Go ahead. Elisa's going to put some music on. All right. So our first winner, Caroline Collins. Caroline Collins. Whoop, 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 whoop. Would you like to share, Caroline? Anything so they can see who you are?
Yeah, just thank you. Woohoo! Thank you so much. It's wonderful.
All right, so that's Caroline. And Caroline, this is what you're going to be receiving in the mail.
Oh, that's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, bless your hearts. Thank you. Woohoo! Oh, wow. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. Oh, thank you guys. Awesome. Just awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here, for being a part of the community. And thank you for being so involved in, all in. Thank you. Caroline's manifested some amazing things as well. So I'll let her share if she feels called, but some really exciting things. So we'll do another one tomorrow. We're going to do one every day. So we'll do a drawing every day. So invite your friends, share the invitation. You can go to my Facebook profile page and share the post that I made, the last post that I made. Invite your friends, invite your family, invite other people on Facebook, and we'll put your name in the draw. We're going to do one every day. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Do the exercise. I'm holding you accountable. I'm stretching you. I'm challenging you. Do the exercise. Stay in it for over 50%. So you've got to stay in it more than you are out of it. You've got to become a master frequency holder. Becoming a master frequency holder. That's it. That is it. That's how this works. And things will start appearing in your reality. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, same Zoom link. See you then.